Welcome along to another episode. We are back in the truck. I am hoping that we will record outside at some point when we have an early finish and we park somewhere decent, because at the moment we're in the services. We've got a fridge running around in the background, so you may hear it. And it's fairly dark outside, so it wouldn't be good for recording, so we need the light, innit? Otherwise it'd be a bit pointless. It'd just be me talking in the dark and you won't be able to see anything. So this video is about how to get your HGV license, and we're going to crack on with that. If you've watched my first video, the one which was out last week, you should have a good idea whether trucking or becoming a truck driver is something you actually want to do. So the next logical question is, how do you get your license? And what is the right way to do it? I've been driving professionally now for over 22 years, including Class 1 heavy haulage, which is what I'm currently doing now. I wanted to walk you through the license process clearly and honestly. No jargon, no pressure to rush, and no training company sales talk. Just the route as it actually works in the UK. Before you even think about driving lessons, there's two things you need: a medical and a provisional license. You need a medical with a GP or an approved provider. Eyesight, blood pressure, general health is looked at. It's simple but essential. And then you move on to provisional license. On the form when you apply for your provisional license, there's two boxes on there, D and C. Now, it's for you to tick the box for which one you want to go for. But I highly recommend that you tick both. And the reason being is that if you fancy changing the route that you want to go down in your career, like say for example you do HGV, but then later down the line you want to do PSV, which is coaches and buses, then that provisional entitlement is going to be on your license already through this application, and you won't have to do a medical again, so therefore saving you cost. So tick the both boxes. Then after you've done that, you can apply for your provisional HGV entitlement. So make sure you get your medical first as well, because that's got to be sent off with it. This is the foundation, nothing moves without it. So once that's done, you're officially allowed to start the process. This is where a lot of people trip up. You will need multiple choice theory, hazard perception, CPC Module 2 case studies. You know, the drivers who think that these are just tick boxes exercises, they're not. The drivers who struggle later on are often the ones who rushed or guessed their way through their theory. So make sure you learn it. Take this part seriously. It sets your mindset. This is a key section. This is where people ask me, should I go straight into the Class 1? Legally, yes, you can. Practically, it depends. Class 2 rigid. Class 2 teaches you road positioning, awareness, dealing with customers, working to time, and it builds confidence. That's one of the really important ones. It builds confidence. So Class 1 Arctic. Class 1 adds trailers, reversing complexity, more pressure, higher expectations. So passing a test doesn't mean you're ready for the work. If your long-term goal or specialist, I can't believe I write this and then I can't say it. What the? If your long-term goal is specialist or heavy haulage, Class 2 experience is a smart stepping stone, even if you eventually upgrade. So once the theory is done, this is where you get behind the wheel. You'll usually do vehicle familiarization, on the road driving, reversing practice. Good training isn't about rushing you through, it's about preparing you for real work. The test checks control, awareness and safety. It doesn't check pressure handling, real world decision making, awkward customers. This will come later. If you want to drive for a living, you'll also need a CPC Module 4. This is the part people forget. This covers load security, walk around checks, safety procedures. This matters, especially in higher risk work like heavy haulage. This is the bit I really want people to understand. Your license gives you the permission to learn. It doesn't make you experienced, it doesn't make you a specialist, and it doesn't mean you should jump into the hardest work available. Every good heavy haulage driver I know built experience step by step. Nobody skipped it. A few things I've seen far too often. Choosing training based on speed, not quality. Rushing straight into class 1 without a plan. Thinking the licence equals instant money. Not understanding the lifestyle before committing. Your licence is the start, not the finish line. So that's the licence route, clearly and honestly. In the next video, I'm going to explain why new drivers shouldn't rush class 1. And why experience matters more than people realise. Especially if your end goal is specialist or heavy haulage work. If this has helped, give us a like, subscribe if you want honest, experience-based advice. And if you've got any questions about licence process, drop them in the comments. There's also a Discord server where the link is in the description below that you can join and you can ask me questions, especially if you're doing a test or if you want any help, if you've got any questions regarding to any of the modules that we've just gone through, then join the Discord server and I'll be happy to help. So drive safe and I'll see you in the next one.